BX is done, refurbished and ready to show you what he sounds like now. We have an aero brush, wand, hose and vacuum cleaner, and that is all this little chap came with, and it's all he's got now. But he should work a fair bit better. Let me come and show you what it looks like now. It's very, very clean indeed. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Numatic chums. How are you today? Yes, my very cheap bargainers BX.BX turns out to be a pretty mintola BX.BX, especially for one of these, and being what it is and sold as it was. These were the commercial line, not even a smiley face. This was basic, pretty basic. So obviously bought, used, trashed, thrown away and so on and such forth. Rare than what exists now, let alone in condition that you'd be pleased to find any Henry even a year or two old in, I must say. We'll start off with the tools. We'll pop you over there, and I must say the first lie is that in actually the turbo head that it came with, if I come over here and pick this up, I completely forgot to even refurbish it. So this is still as disgusting as it was. Remember, this is the one that came with the machine. We might try both out in the after video, but yeah, I've got my cleaned one there anyway. I mean, look, one is 2008 and one is 2009, look, assuming that they are date stamps, which I think they are, month, year, so we can give them a little bit of a test out. Again, not too critical about that at all. We have ourselves the wands that came with the machine, all nice and apart and cleaned up and lovely, and then the hose, which I put through the washing machine. Didn't quite come up very nice, so I spent a couple of hours with a cloth and some spray, cleaned the entire thing by hand and then chucked it back through the washing machine to rinse all that off, and it looks brand new. I mean, this is what I mean when I say they're little wear with the whole machine, if it would bother to focus. But yeah, these normally trashed up, and assuming it's the original hose, it may not be. Wand, cuff, hose end cuff looks pretty good to me though. It's alright. It is what I would want from a cheap Facebook Marketplace vacuum cleaner of any sort, really. Slightly unusual or not. So let us unwind the cable, which is being stored in the correct way for a machine with no cord rewind, because otherwise you will scratch off all of that writing in pretty short order. And yeah, it came up alright. The plug is still there, really. Flex has a little bit of paint still on it here and there. The whole machine was covered in paint flecks. It was a little bit annoying, but it came up really, really well indeed. I mean, the worst bit of damage is, coming back to here, look, that bit on the front is it. Everything else is okay, it is used, it is the machine from 1994, it is absolutely fine. Even the foam under this bit is mint. And the original, because I had to peel it off in order to wash it, and it had the original sticky things on it as well. It's really quite lovely. It's also, I think, unless I'm reading this wrong, 94/29, yeah, that's the date, 00101. So is this the 101st BX190 they're done? It may well be. What value it adds to the whole thing, probably not a great deal, but there we are. Filter, got a good spray down with my cleaner that I use and a bit of a soak, and then through the washing machine it came up about as good as I would ever want it to be. You could spend some time on those stains there, but you start to wear it, that stitching, and you know, it all comes apart, that's it, it is game over. And we have ourselves a nice genuine as well, because I have some Pepper Flow bags. Where do I need to point the camera now? Oh, it's under there actually, and I can't fully show you, but the bin is dated. I'm sure I've shown you in the before video, I've definitely got a picture of it anyway, but the bin under there is dated 93. So it is an original bin. These are well renowned for being quite brittle, so I'm not going to push it too much, but this one seems okay. There's very little scuffs, very little scratches. The wheels show a normal amount of wear, but look, these are normally completely worn down, because this era of bucket does tip back quite easily, so you know, they get pretty worn. So yeah, it came up pretty flipping amazingly, even for a rare commercial grade machine. But I'm giving it a wash and a polish. Didn't actually touch the motor, it got an airline out and cleaned. So when I plug it in and turn it on, it will basically sound exactly the same as it did before. Little grumble on the wind down, but crikey, the motor is mint, and you don't want to ruin a minty motor, so I left it as it was. I just wiped the dust off of it and left it. You don't mess with an original pneumatic motor that runs as well as that. Crikey, you don't. So yeah, we can put some tools on and just more power. Let's put the old dirty turbo head on. Versus the new clean one. But look, now it's warmed up, that noise on wind down has stopped anyway, so it's fine. There's not a lot of difference between those two heads really, even though one is disgusting and one isn't. But just out of sight here, we can see my pretty tatty and fairly dodgy, but age appropriate floor head. This just makes the whole thing, for me, look so much better. I have nothing against using random floor heads, as you well know. But you just can't beat the originality of a pneumatic single pedal. Just lovely really, in every possible way. Such an amazing machine in such fab condition. If you were a cleaner in 1995 and you were chucked one of these, I would be quite happy, I suppose, assuming I was happy with my job and life in present at the time in question. Yeah, what a great machine indeed. Plans for it? No idea, to be honest. It's done now. Got a couple of things in mind, but long term, I don't know. I saved it. Who knows? If it's gone, it would have been gone by the time this video comes out. But I don't know. The more I look at it, the more it's just really, really good. Oh, who knows? But hey ho, my Numatic BX.BX. Do you remember ever seeing these? You know, in use. I don't think I ever have. If I have, I don't remember, distant memory. These are probably in shops up and down the country for a couple of years until the motor conked out because they were used bagless and they were thrown away. And obviously back then, they're probably buried whole in a landfill. Such was the way of the world back then. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I and the BX.BX will see you soon. Bye bye.